Imagine walking around all day wearing like this incredibly elaborate, heavy costume.
Oh man, that sounds awful.
Right. And not just the clothes, but a rigid mask, a totally fake voice, the whole nine yards. At first, you might actually get a kick out of the attention.
Sure, the compliments and the novelty of it.
Yeah, exactly. But after a few hours, the physical and mental exhaustion of just keeping up that act would completely break you.
You just collapse.
Yeah.
The human brain isn't wired to sustain that kind of severe dissonance forever.
It really isn't, but that is exactly what so many of us do with our actual identities. So
Yeah.
welcome to today's deep dive. We are unpacking a spiritual study guide today, specifically a chapter titled Day 29.
Right, day 29.
We're looking at the exhausting reality of pretending to be someone you're not and, well, the absolute courage it takes to just be authentic.
And the whole premise here is anchored in this directive from the book of Ephesians to put off falsehood.
Put off falsehood.
Yeah. The core idea we're exploring is that God transforms the person you truly are, not the avatar you've created for the world.
Which is huge. Because to understand why authenticity is so hard, we really have to look at the psychology of hiding. People spend decades meticulously curating an image.
Oh, absolutely. The perfect parent, the relentless hustler.
Or the person who just always has it together. We do it because deep down we are absolutely terrified that if people see the cracks, they'll just walk away.
We're basically trying to outrun rejection.
Yes.
But day 29 flips that entirely. It brings in this concept of divine omniscience.
Okay, break that down for us.
Well, the idea is that God already knows the absolute worst things about you.
Yeah.
Your unspoken thoughts, your private failures, your deep insecurities. But he loves you entirely anyway.
Wow. Which completely changes the equation. If I truly believe the ultimate authority in the universe accepts me unconditionally, the stakes for everyday human interactions just plummet.
They really do.
Like even right now, hosting this podcast, there's this pressure to perform, to sound smart. But if my baseline need for validation is already met,
Then you don't need to perform for the listeners or your coworkers. That is the exact mechanism at play here.
it's so freeing.
It is. When you experience that vertical acceptance, the horizontal fear of rejection just evaporates. You stop burning all that precious energy trying to manage everyone's perception.
But I do want to push back on the practical application of this a little bit.
Okay, go for it.
If the mandate is to live completely honestly, what are the boundaries? Like, does this mean I'm supposed to walk around with zero filters?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Am I obligated to confess my deepest insecurities to the barista making my coffee just to be, like, authentic?
No, definitely not.
Sure.
And the guide is very careful to make that distinction.
Okay, good, because that sounds exhausting.
Right. It strongly advocates for wisdom and discernment. Authenticity isn't about indiscriminate oversharing or, airing your dirty laundry to total strangers.
So what is it then?
It simply means you refuse to build your relationships on a foundation of deception or exaggeration.
Got it. So it's more about alignment.
Yeah.
Making sure your public life and your private life are telling the exact same story.
Exactly. Even if you aren't broadcasting every single chapter to the whole world.
That makes a lot of sense.
And to prove that you don't need to be flawless to be useful, the text points to some real heavy hitters from the Bible.
Oh, right. The examples they gave were super interesting.
Yeah, we aren't just talking about minor quirks here. Moses dealt with crippling self-doubt. David had massive moral and relational failures.
And Elijah battled severe depression.
Yeah, he did. And Peter literally abandoned his best friend out of cowardice. But they are all remembered as central figures of the faith.
Because the prerequisite for being used for a greater purpose isn't perfection.
Exactly. You hear the phrase surrendered heart a lot in this context. In everyday life, that just means having the humility to say, I am broken and I am open to being molded.
Instead of fiercely guarding the illusion that you have it all together, which brings us to the immediate takeaway for you listening. Take a minute today to identify the specific masks you wear.
Are you faking relentless positivity?
Or pretending to be more spiritually mature than you actually feel. The goal isn't to fix it in a vacuum, though.
Right, you need to find one mature, trusted person to be entirely honest with. Seeking that support is a sign of wisdom, not weakness.
Because the isolation of wearing those masks is what does the real damage. Letting even one person behind the curtain begins to break that cycle.
It really is the only way out.
So as you go about your day, chew on this. We spend so much time and energy building these false images because we are terrified of what people will think if they see the real us.
Yeah.
But what if the person whose judgment you are most afraid of is actually trapped behind the exact same mask as you?